Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. And today is a very exciting day because the channel has just hit 2,000 subscribers. So today I thought it'd be fun to go around the world and take a tour of all the houses that I've been building for you guys. And also to thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. Now, I do have a limited time offer for you guys, which is going to be giving out a 20 by 20 plot of land where I'll be building you a nice big house. Now, this is going to be a limited time only, so I'm only going to be picking people that comment in the first week from when this video is uploaded. So that means next Monday, all the submissions will be closed. So make sure you get your submissions in so you have a chance of winning your very own house. Speaking of houses, let's go ahead and start the tour here of the world. So I'm starting up here at my house, which is on top of the mountain, which is a perfect spot because I can fly all the way down here and start kind of at the end of the houses. I'm going to work my way all the way over there. So the nice thing about the tour is I can actually talk about the houses a little bit. Like these ones over here, this is kind of like experiment where I tried building houses out of either lava or water, and it actually turned out fairly well. I didn't know if this is going to work or not, but I think it turned out really well. So we got our fire and water house over there, which I kind of did both of them next to each other. And then the rest of the houses over here, kind of just standard houses made out of regular blocks. This one is kind of like a mix of the red sand and the regular sand, which I thought this was a pretty cool one. I've actually done a couple of these like mixed blocks houses, so I'll show you some of those as I go around the world. Now, if we keep walking down the street here, I've got an interesting house over here. So this one actually has a bird in it. So the person that commented asked for a bird cage in the house. So I put a little bird cage with a parrot inside, which I thought was really cool. So if you guys have any interesting suggestions, definitely leave a comment. And the way you get these houses is commenting on the shorts. So if you comment on any of the shorts, or if you subscribe to the channel, you have a chance of getting your very own house. This one was actually a pretty cool build. I've been liking the oxidized copper with the tough blocks. I think it's a really nice combination. So I've been making a couple builds out of those. This one, this was a fun one. They wanted the Windows logo. So I built the old Windows XP logo, and I've turned it into like a cube house, which I thought was really cool. I also left the floors grass as kind of like a throwback to the old grassy background of the desktop. If you remember the old desktop image, you'll know what I'm talking about. So over here, this is another cool build. So they wanted a mumbo jumbo house. So I built his head and I filled it with a whole bunch of redstone. So I thought that was a really fun build. There's been some really cool ones. You'll see as I go around the tour, you'll see some pretty cool ones. This is another one of the mixed houses here. So this is kind of like a combination of the end of the nether coming together. And then we got the bigger houses. So these are some of the people that commented on the last 1,000 subscriber. It's currently overrun by a laze and my horse because I haven't like fully moved out. Oh, I haven't moved out at all. Ever since I built the new house, I haven't taken the time to move everything over there yet. So, Koala Dino, you're kind of like still my part storage house. But don't worry, I will be moving out of his house soon, now that I've got my new house. This is actually a cool build. This is the, what I call the Oreo house. Because I think the person that commented want like a modern style house or something. So I kind of went with the black and the white, and then I made an Oreo. So I thought that was a cool one. And then we got the music house. So this guy wanted a music library. So I built a jukebox and filled it with a whole bunch of music discs. So I started building, like the first two houses that I started were actually over here. It's the Lapis and the Gold house. So I kind of continued on the theme by making a diamond and emerald house. And these are actually both subscribers. Actually, all four of these were actually subscribers to the channel. So these ones were kind of just random builds. No one really had any suggestion. So I just kind of made whatever I thought was a cool house. Then we got the copper house over here. So this kind of goes with the ores. This one's almost fully oxidized, which is what I like about building with copper, is that over time it'll change. And then I even put some lightning rods on top of it. And then we got the mangrove house here. And then we got over... Oh, this is a cool one. So, fun fact about this one. If I fly up on top here, you can kind of see it. I kind of made like a little X, because I was kind of going off of like the bread buns. Because the guy's name is Bread, I think? Yeah, it's Bread 456. So I tried to make the top look like the top of like a bread roll. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I also filled the house with bread. So there's bread in there as well, and wheat. So that was another cool build. Oh, this is the geode house. So this is kind of where I started. So the build started on this street. And then as we work our way that way, they get slightly newer. So this is the oldest part of the neighborhood, basically. In here, this is like a geode house. So I filled it with a whole bunch of ores and amethyst. I thought that was really cool. And the amethyst makes noise when you punch it. So it's kind of cool walking around in there. So I've done a couple of these builds where I've done like the falling sand art. And it doesn't really make the best house. Like, it's very plain, but it's definitely cool. If you watch the video, it's cool watching the falling concrete fall down. And then I've got water that washes it and turns it into the regular concrete. Oh, and then we got the crafting table, the furnace house. I completely forgot about this one. So someone wanted a house made out of crafting tables and furnaces. Let me tell you, it's not fun building with crafting tables and furnaces. Like, these are furnaces down here as well. It was a pain to build this house without accidentally opening a crafting table or a furnace. But it was definitely a cool one. And then this is another one of the sand art houses. This one I kind of add a little bit more texture to it by adding the trapdoors, make it look a little bit better. Now, if we work our way this way, this is where kind of the builds get a little bit more interesting. We've got once again, we got the water and the firehouse here. So this is kind of like my first experiment with using lava and water in builds. This one's actually really cool because I actually built... Oh, the fish are gone. I had fish in there at one point. I guess they despawned. But I have a nice little water floor in that house. And I had fish in there, but I guess they disappeared. This one's just got the brick floor. So those are the water and the firehouse. And then we got this one where I kind of use some of the mud blocks. Which, this one, I haven't really done much with mud. I gotta do some more mud builds. Now, if I work my way over here, this one, it was a very interesting build. It's actually made more of a mess than anything, because my world is now forever full of bees. Now, I stocked this thing full of tons of bees, and they've kind of just taken over the world. Like, they're literally everywhere. Like, I'll go over by my house, and there's just random bees out in the field over there. They're literally everywhere. I can't get rid of them all. So these are actually really cool. I've been liking the pink and the white combination. So I've got a couple of these pink and white houses. So here's one of them here. And then if we work our way this way, oh, this one. We gotta stop and look at this one. So this one was interesting because I built the house out of skulk. And then I dropped a bunch of creepers. So when any mob dies next to the skulk, it will actually grow. So I kind of dropped a bunch of creepers to get the skulk to grow around this area. And it turned out pretty well. I was worried that it was going to get like too overgrown, but it actually worked out really well. Like, there's some in here. It's like kind of covering the windows. But I kind of want to leave it. I think it's definitely a cool build. And then we got like the little castle house. This one was a fun one to build. Oh, there he is. I was wondering if we were going to see this guy. So, you guys might have noticed in some of the shorts, there was just a random creeper in the background. He's been spotted in a couple of them. And the way this started is, it was nighttime when I was doing one of the builds, and there was just a random creeper that was, like, left over. So, I went ahead and named him. So, he's actually got a name tag. Oh, no, don't explode. But that's Mark. Mark is our friendly creeper that kind of roams around the neighborhood here. So we're gonna go this way, but there's some of the houses over there. We're gonna skip over the path here. We're gonna head over to this side. Hopefully Mark won't follow us. But this was a cool build. This is a N style. Oh no, just realized this is upside down. So on this side, we got a nice little courthouse here. So a lot of really cool builds. This one was a fun one. The Bell House. So this one, I kind of just came up with. I was just like going through the inventory and I saw a bell. And I'm like, it would be cool to build a house that's in the shape of a bell. So I built the Bell House. So there's that one. Then we got this red and white block house here with the sandstone on top. I think that was actually a comment suggestion. They wanted a house built out of red, white. Oh no. No, Mark, stay over there, Mark. I don't want you destroying any of these houses. Okay, Mark is coming this way. We gotta speed up a little bit. We got another pink and white house here. This was actually a really cool one, the build. This is a combination of two different blocks here. We got the pale oak wood and then also the birch wood that's kind of like scattered around the house. I probably should do some more builds like this where I scatter random blocks in there because it does make a really cool pattern. And then over here, we just got a standard brick house with the stone roof. So there's that. And then we got stone brick house. This is the nether house. So this one's got a combination of both of the nether woods. We got that one there. So if I go up this way, we got the Pac-Man house. So this one, a reason I built this is because the guy's name is Pac-Man. So I thought it'd be cool to build a Pac-Man house. So we've got that there. And he's kind of like eating the purple house. I thought about building the ghost as well with him to put the ghost here. But this house was already built. So we're just going to have Pac-Man. Maybe later on, if someone suggests get some Pac-Man ghosts, we'll build some ghosts. And then if we work our way down this way. Oh, the frogs. This is another thing. I'll explain the frogs later, but that's another disaster that's happened. But we've got a nice little variety of houses here. I haven't done much builds with the resin, so that's why I built this house out of resin. Also got the copper doors. It's very bright in here. Any bright colored blocks makes everything look super bright. So that's another one of the copper and tough block houses. I really like this color combination, so there's another one of those. And then this is what I call the Minecraft movie week. Is this area right here is all inspired from the Minecraft movie. So we've got the chicken jockey. You can't really see him very well. Here, if I fly up with the rockets, you get a better view of the chicken jockey. There he is. We got the chicken jockey, the flint and steel. This was actually a really cool build. I built a mini flint and steel. And we got inside just a bunch of gravel, because that's where you get your flint at. There's a chicken that just laid an egg over here. Let's see, can we have a chicken hatch inside of the chicken jockey? Nope. No chicken. So one of the things I've been taking away from a lot of your comments is any kind of like feedback that you give on like build tips. I've been trying to implement those into builds. So this guy actually gave some really nice suggestions to give like more depth to the house. So this one I've kind of implemented a little bit of that. Like I put some stairs back here, try and give it some more texture instead of just a flat wall. And then there's the trap doors. The trap doors actually work really well on like the corners. Gives it a little bit more depth. And then I've got like the slabs. And then in here, I did more of the upside down stairs. And it just gives it more depth, which definitely looks a lot better. And then there's the stairs up there. So if you do have build tips, definitely leave those in the comments, and I definitely look at them and take those into consideration whenever I'm building the houses. This is another comment. They wanted a mushroom house, so I built a house out of a mushroom. I thought that turned out really well. This is another one that I kind of just came up with, because the guy's name is Tornado Guy 54. So I built a tornado shelter. And you can actually go down in here. So most of the house is actually underground. And it's like a whole shelter with a whole bunch of storage. We got our crafting table and our furnace, our bed that's here. And then we got our hatch that will eventually close and protect us from that, which is the tornado. And I kind of had fun with like grabbing the blocks out of the ground, because I always like destroying the border that I put around and then filling it in with grass. I feel like it's so satisfying. So I always like to have that in the video. But this one, I decided to leave it in there and kind of have it float around the tornado. So I thought that one turned out really well. This guy wanted a pizza house. So I built this. This is a really interesting build. Basically, I think this is just oak wood, or it might be jungle wood. I don't remember which wood this is, but I put that around because it looks kind of like the crust, and then I filled it in with cheese and then a whole bunch of toppings. We got our pepperoni, our olives, and then we got some peppers in there. So we got a nice little pizza house. So I thought this one turned out really well. And then if we work our way on this side, this is part of the Minecraft movie week. So we've got the chest house here, which is, this is kind of like relating to Steve's stash. So we've got our chest. And then over here, this is the nether. This is where he activates the nether portal and unleashes the piglins into the overworld. So we got the nether portal there. And then the ender pearl. This was an interesting one. I couldn't figure out how to build a three-dimensional ender pearl. So we ended up with this. So this is the ender pearl house. I think it turned out fairly well. It's not my favorite build, but it's definitely a cool one. So there's that. And then this guy commented and he wanted a jungle gym. So I built this jungle gym and then I threw the house on top of it. I thought that was kind of a cool build. So you can climb up here and you can go inside of the house. So here's the inside of the house. And then you can come out here and slide down this this pole. If I can get down the pole, there we go. So you can slide down the pole of that house. And then we've got another one of the bigger houses over here. So this is kind of the scale of the house that you guys will be winning if you guys comment on the video. This is actually a really cool one. So I actually added a cat, because I think the person's name, if we go over here, yeah, it's I Love My Cat 197. So I added a cat in. I thought that was a cool addition to the build, was to add a little cat. And then in here, we've got just nice little 2-story house. Actually, there's 3 stories. I forgot. There's the attic up here. And then we've got a whole bunch of armor stands with some chests up there as well. And then there's one more of the special houses. And that one is the tree house over here. But yeah, this was another fun one to build, because you can actually climb up the entire tree. And I kind of filled it with paintings. So there's paintings all the way up the tree house here. But I've kind of filled this house with all kinds of like cool like collectible items, was kind of like the idea for it. So we've got paintings all around here. There's some decorated pots. And then there's a map over here. I think this is like a random treasure map. I don't remember what this map was, but it was just a random map that I had. So I threw it in that item frame. And I kind of added it to the build here. So this is kind of the types of houses that I'll be building for you guys if you comment on this video. So definitely post your suggestions. I am open to build all kinds of different things, as you can see from some of the houses up here. So if I fly up here, you can get a nice little aerial shot of all of the different houses that I've created. And there is one more section over here. I've been expanding out the world. So eventually, this whole area is going to get covered with houses. But we're working our way this direction at the moment. So down here, we've actually got some more interesting houses. This one's another one of the combo houses. So we've got the orange and the yellow. I think they wanted orange and yellow blocks is what they commented. So I kind of did a combo house there for that one. And then over here, I've put some vines on this one. As you can see, they've started taking over the house. They definitely have been growing since I've built it, because I don't think I put that many vines on there. We got the textured wall in the back again. So this is an acacia house. I haven't really done much builds with the acacia wood, so I thought that was an interesting one. And then we got this one. So my boy Funky J commented on one of the videos, so I thought it'd be cool to build him his very own head. So Funky J actually got famous for kind of posting his videos where he builds people their Minecraft heads. So I thought it was kind of a cool reference to build his head in my world. So I did a kind of like a sand art video with this one where the sand fell down. It's another really cool one. So definitely check out the short so you can see kind of like the creation of a lot of these houses. There's a lot of really cool ones. So these ones up here, it was actually interesting that two people commented like the same like similar thing. They both wanted, why are you up here? There's two frogs up here. How did you get up here? But yeah, I had two people comment in the same week, both wanting houses in the clouds, which I thought was really interesting. So I built, no, you're not going in there. You're not going in there. But I built two houses that are built up here in the clouds. We got a nice blue one here, and then that one over there is a white house. So that was a fun one. And then we got another one of the copper and tuff builds over there. We got bamboo house here. So I had a couple houses that were built on the water. So I had fun trying to like build some nice little like water theme houses. So it was kind of the idea behind having the bamboo there. And then this one, I actually put water on top of the roof. So it falls down in front of the windows. So it kind of looks like you're in the water a little bit. This is another cool one. And then this house over here, this guy wanted an all-white house. So I found all the white blocks I could to build in here. The only thing that's not white is like the crafting table, the furnace, and the chest. Kind of throws it off. But maybe if we get an update, we might get like colored like chests, colored crafting tables maybe. Because they've been adding a lot of variety to Minecraft with all the new blocks. And then we can go down here. These are some of the newer ones we got. Another frog that's up there on top of that house. So this house right here is actually one of the random subscribers that I picked. And I've kind of been basing the builds off of people's like profile pictures. If they're one of the random subscribers, I'll kind of just like get some inspiration. And this guy, their Minecraft skin has like a crown on it. So I kind of built the crown as this guy's house. So I thought that was a unique little Easter egg for that one. But then over here, it's not a house, but this is the bridge that I've built that goes into the new area. Well, you can't see it because there's trees in the way. But over there, I've got lots and lots of plots of land for brand new houses are all marked out over there. So I built this nice little like covered bridge that goes along here. And I decided it would be cool to turn it into like a swampy area. So I stocked the river with frogs. They're not in the river anymore. That's why there's frogs everywhere. So if you're wondering why are there just random frogs all over the houses, like they're just on top of the roofs, they're in the clouds somehow. I don't know how they got up there, but they're all over the place. And the reason for that is because I decided to put frogs in the river, and now they're no longer in the river. Over in that area is the actually this week's builds. So we're not going to go look over there because you're going to see those coming up soon in the upcoming videos this week. But I thought it would be cool to kind of show you guys the world for the 2,000 subscriber episode here. This is a nice little aerial shot of all of the different houses that I've built so far. It's been a really fun journey, and I'm excited for 3,000 subscribers. So if you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you can be notified whenever I post brand new videos. Because I got some big plans coming here soon. So you definitely want to stay tuned to see what's coming up. Now, don't forget, I am going to be giving away these 20 by 20 plots of land for the 2,000 subscriber special. So we got this nice little tree house here. There's the pink house over there. And then we've got the blue, like, ocean monument style house over there. So make sure you comment on either this video or the short. This could be a short that kind of goes along with this video. So comment on either one of those for a chance to win one of these houses. Now remember, time is of the essence. I will only be doing this for 1 week, so next Monday is kind of the end of the submissions. So I hope you all enjoyed this world house tour, where I showed off all of the different builds that I've gotten so far. I'll be doing more of these kind of like tour videos as well, so definitely stay tuned for those. And make sure you keep up with all of the shorts that I've been posting daily so that you can potentially get your very own house in the world as well. So thank you all for watching. I will see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.